What I detest is the commercialization of love or how love has evolved over time. What I've learned love to be is it should be that soft landing spot. At the end of the day, when you have someone to talk to, when somebody understands you without you being judged all the time, accepts you for all of your weirdness.
Rocking Mama to Real Mama, Mamta B.
Hi, welcome back to the studios of Hits FM 91.2. Today, I want to talk about another kind of virus, one that strikes when you least expect it to. It is often caught behind stolen glances and hidden smiles and can be quite embarrassing when you get caught with it. Any idea what we're talking about? Of course, we're talking about love. And why am I talking about it as we come to the middle of the month of February, Valentine's Day? Well, if I know correctly, Valentine's Day is a story about Saint Valentine back in the 3rd century. This was a saint who performed weddings for couples secretly because married couples were not allowed to join the armed forces. So when the king, the Roman king at that time, found out what Saint Valentine was doing, he was caught and he was put to death. Now, that's entirely a different thing to what it is now, and I don't know how or why it has evolved to be what it is right now. It's hard not to think about it because as soon as Christmas and New Year is over, commercials, they scream out, what are you doing on Valentine's Day? What are you buying? Buy her this, give her that. You know, cozy getaway packages for you and yours. And it's all telling you that, yes, you have to do something on this special day. To add to that, you have social media that really tweaks up these posts. And there you have perfectly choreographed photographs of couples madly in love, everything in detail, the makeup, the clothes, and the whole fanfare about it, the expensive gifts that are being bought and given. It's hard. I think of all the singles who are watching and thinking, oh dear, am I missing out on all of this? And the other half of the single category are actually very happy not to be a part of this cringy charade. The decision to be a part of the charade and not to be is kind of conflicting here because, yeah, there are genuine people who want to show their love, and that's not a wrong thing. What I detest is the commercialization of love or how love has evolved over time. This reminds me of an article I read earlier about how many people are choosing to remain single. Now, this is not out of choice, but it's just because they have become emotionally tired and what they call it as a dating fatigue. All of this comes from the fact that, one, romance and love and dating has become a very expensive affair. And the other thing is just how quickly things move now on social media, on dating apps. It's this immediate need to get validation from someone. Or there you go, exchanging messages, and then you start imagining that, okay, this relationship could go to a certain point, and then there's sudden disconnection, leaving you in total disappointment, sadness, and even anger. I didn't remember love to be this commercialized and this fast way back in our time. Back in our days, it was pretty simple. Initially, it always started with love letters written in ink. You really had to think what you wanted to write and express. And then after that, we moved on slowly to the age of telephone, the landline, and then came the time for trunk calls, where the operator would put you through to the other person on the other side of the line. And you had to make it brief and quick what you wanted to say because you had to pay for every minute, and we didn't really have that much money to spend back then. Just hearing the voice on the other side of the line was reassuring. We didn't have to follow or, we didn't have to ghost anyone because that itself was enough validation. Then we moved on to the internet, and then came the emails, and that brought love a little faster, I would say. And then came social media and smartphones, and literally love was on the run. It's right there. It's so easy to connect now. It's so easy to express your emotions with a like, with a love, with a heart sign, but it's getting more and more difficult to grasp. I'm definitely not an expert in love, and love varies from person to person. It's different, the way we think, the way we feel. There are no particular rules to love, but what I do know now is love is definitely not about expensive dinners or expensive gifts or a perfect Instagram post. It's definitely not about instant validation and gratification. What I've learned love to be is it should be that soft landing spot. At the end of the day, when you have someone to talk to, when somebody understands you without you being judged all the time, accepts you for all of your weirdness, love is found in these quiet moments when you are caring for somebody, when you are listening to somebody, and when you are doing things without someone looking at what you are doing. If love always feels like a constant struggle for you, that it's always asking you to be validated by somebody else and always making you having to do things to get that attention, I would advise you to step back because you have to take time to reevaluate your own self-worth. Love and respect, they have to go hand in hand. Love is about accepting each other with all their faults and still choosing each other over and over again. Love is your personal story, so respect it, nurture it, guard it, and don't ever compare it to the perfect reels of other people's love stories, because love is not about comparison. It's about you being yourself. It's not about exposing all of the details to the entire world. It's about just being happy, quietly, with who you are.
Hits FM 91.2